Hi, my name is Shalini Vatala, and I lead a firm called Refocus Partners. Today, I want to talk to you about the benefits of the Texas Coastal Spine. This project, also known as the Ike Dike, is a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and Texas General Land Office plan designed to protect 70 miles of shoreline along the Texas Gulf Coast. This region has experienced many storms. The area was devastated in 2008 by Hurricane Ike, and then again more recently in 2017 by Hurricane Harvey. Coastal communities, businesses, and industrial facilities in the region are managing multiple threats, including hurricane storm surge, coastal erosion, and sea level rise. In October 2020, the Army Corps released a draft feasibility report. This report presents a package of design solutions that form a comprehensive coastal barrier to protect 18 counties along the Texas coast. The coastal study also contains a detailed set of estimates of the potential damages from storm surge and sea level rise, including impacts to homes, commercial businesses, and industrial infrastructure, like ports, pipelines, railways, and oil and gas storage tanks. The worst-case sea level rise scenario forecasts damages of over $6 billion per year. The coastal spine is designed to provide multiple lines of defense to reduce these risks and potential damages. There are two main types of projects that connect to make up the overall coastal barrier. The first is coastal surge risk management measures like dikes and gates and levees. The second category includes a variety of ecosystem restoration measures, from breakwaters and oyster reefs to beach, dune, and marsh reconstruction projects. The price tag for this project is huge. The Army Corps puts the total cost at just over $26 billion. It's important to remember, though, that the benefits are also enormous. The estimated benefits come in at just over $2.2 billion per year. This means that over the 50-year life of the project, the benefits outweigh the costs by almost 2 to 1. Now let's take a closer look at who benefits from improved coastal protection. The coastal study breaks down the beneficiaries into three main categories: industry, commercial businesses, and residential properties. The important message to take away here is that even though the coastal spine is a public infrastructure project, private industry and commercial businesses stand to gain nearly $1 billion in value a year from being better protected from storm surge and sea level rise. When you look at it even more closely, buried deep in the Army Corps report is a lot of information about the value of the project that goes beyond the physical damages to buildings and property. One of the biggest benefits of protecting against major hurricanes, like Hurricane Ike, is that businesses and industrial operations can get back on their feet more quickly. A look at the industrial output losses in the annexes to the report shows that every year that industry is unprotected is worth $3.1 billion in disrupted operations and lost output for local manufacturers, refiners, and regional oil and gas producers. One example of what this looks like on the ground is when pipelines along the coast are shut down or damaged in a storm. Oil and gas producers across the state can't get their products to market, and they lose money. The coastal spine can help reduce these losses and protect not only the regional economy, but also the whole U.S. national economy. The bottom line is that the coastal spine is a project that will help local property values go up as flood risk goes down, reduce the likelihood that industrial facilities will leave the region after a disaster because it's too costly to repair or rebuild, and it'll help the region remain economically competitive by building a more resilient property and business tax base. It's also incredibly important to note that even though this is a local project along the Texas Gulf Coast, the benefits of the project are statewide. Oil and gas producers across the state are going to be better protected from being shut in by major storms and damages to coastal pipelines and port facilities. So what happens now? The Army Corps released its draft feasibility study in October 2020, and they are expecting to release a final report this spring. After that, the head of the Army Corps will issue a Chief's Report and a request to Congress to fund the federal portion of the project. This means that the 18 counties where all the different pieces of the project will be built will also need to come up with the local share of the project funding, equal to 35% of the total project cost, or just over $9 billion in state and local funding. Let's be clear, this is a lot of money. State and local government officials are going to need support to come up with the resources to make sure this project moves forward, and moves forward quickly. Right now, we're here, and there's a small window of opportunity to call your elected officials and express support for the project. Every year that funding for the project is delayed is worth $3 billion in business disruption alone. Your support matters. To learn more about the Coastal Spine, check out the U.S. Army Corps and Texas General Land Office's project website at coastalstudy.texas.gov, and contact the Bay Area Houston Economic Partnership for more information and to learn about how your industry and community can benefit and what you can do to support the project. Thank you.